Well, we've been talking about keeping it simple, and Andrea Bishop's back to talk about keeping it simple with creating symmetrical designs. Welcome.
Good to be back. I want to move right to the computer and show you the basis of this whole idea. Okay, so you've got symmetrical blocks and asymmetrical blocks, and it really works best when you have something that will rotate around.
For a symmetrical quilt?
Or for symmetry.
For symmetry, okay.
Yes, so when you're doing symmetry and creating all these designs, it may look like the rotate tool is broken when you go to do those, but if I put color here in those portions, you'll see that it's because it's not asymmetrical in design. So definitely take a look at your blocks before you attempt a technique like this. But basically, if I move from that quilt to this one, I can show you how it works. If you click your rotate tool, you're able to rotate blocks. If you click your flip block tool, you're able to flip blocks.
So you can do that for all of the blocks on your quilt until you get a cool pattern that you're happy with.
Exactly, but there are also special tools where you can use symmetry and it'll do it across the whole quilt for you. And that's how you get all sorts of furrows and different designs and diamonds and that sort of thing with a click. So let me show you some other versions. And yes, I want to save that. You'll notice that this is also asymmetrical, which is why it's working.
Right. It's a very easy way to plan your quilt, and I like the movement that you've been getting when you move the...
This is done in Christmas block, little quarter log cabins, and just a simple rotate will give you that kind of furrow design.
And this is just a simple quilting software program that can kind of do this legwork for you.
Right.
Okay.
And
oh, that's beautiful.
Isn't that gorgeous? And just because you can get the diagonals going doesn't mean you can't rotate some around again. And that's actually this quilt here in front of us.
This is a beautiful antique quilt.
Isn't it gorgeous with the little velvet centers and the satin bars?
And so that's what it looks like when it's printed out. I can see over in the printing bed that that's what it would look like.
Right, and this is a very modern take kind of for a quilt that's over 100 years old.
Well, let's show me some more contemporary ways that you can do this on the computer.
Sure. Let me start a new quilt, and you can click in different blocks. Like, let's say you try a Drunkard's Path. You can flip that around
using that symmetry tool and moving it around until you get a neat
so
design.
here's a very modern quilt, and also you can try different quarter log cabins and flip those around and get some very interesting effects.
That is so cool. Andrea, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Next up is Shelley Stokes.